Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A first carry for Rachaad White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground with White. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Check ready.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Done good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Tua. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, here's White. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. But you look at this defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Complete to right. And he is going to lose yardage here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready, go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. In motion right, that's Hamler.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, go.
Now back to the ground game with White. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Mike spot 9. Push him back, push him back.
To the air goes Daniels. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Done good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Daniels now to throw on first down. He completes it right side to White. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down, Daniels. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Daniels. Flushed out right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Tua. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hill going to go in motion right. Tua now on 1st down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Tua to throw again. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run with Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Brian Robinson Jr., his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Hand off here, Guerrero. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. On 3rd down, a run from White. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Commanders, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.